Alright, guys, I had to make a video about this because this was something that I noticed in the comment section of videos, particularly like this video and even on social media, is they're talking about that, Deontay Wilder should have won against Tyson Fury in round 12 via KO because apparently Tyson Fury should have been counted out. Now, I've seen this replay several times, and Tyson Fury got up at count when the referee was up to 9. You're counted out if you're still on the floor and the referee's has counted up to 10, and then the referee waves the fight off. That's the rule in boxing. If you're down and the referee counts to 10 and you don't get up, the fight's over. Tyson Fury was up at count 9. So he wasn't counted out. But of course, this isn't an excuse that Deontay Wilder fans want to make because they're embarrassed that this fight got made a draw, because they know that deep down inside, Deontay Wilder fans, or at least fanboys, know that Tyson Fury was putting on a schooling against him. They were embarrassed that Tyson Fury was basically making it look easy against Deontay Wilder. They're embarrassed that he was basically giving him a boxing lesson. So because of this, they want to come up with any excuse as to why Deontay Wilder should have won. So they're taking this excuse that supposedly the referee gave a long count. Again, Tyson Fury got up at 9. This is kind of like when Buster Douglas fought, what's his name? Mike Tyson. At the time, Mike Tyson was the number 1 undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. Buster Douglas gets knocked down in round 10. In round 8. And the referee starts counting. Buster Douglas gets up before the referee gets to 10. And then Buster Douglas goes on to knock out Mike Tyson. And then everyone who was a Deontay Wilder Mike Tyson fanboy was saying that Mike Tyson should have won because he realistically knocked out Buster Douglas in round 8. But clearly he didn't, because Buster Douglas got up. This is what Don King was saying back then. He was trying to make the fight, he was trying to basically make the decision change and say that Mike Tyson didn't actually get knocked down in round 10. He got knocked out. He actually was the one who knocked out Buster Douglas, because they were angry that Buster Douglas got up, and they were trying to make up any excuses. And these are the same excuses that Deontay Wilder fanboys are trying to say here, that because they're embarrassed that Tyson Fury, and they know Tyson Fury truly beat Deontay Wilder, they're just going to make up an excuse and say that he actually lost. He should have lost. But clearly he didn't, because Tyson Fury got up. He got up look at the fight, at round 9. That's it. That's the bottom line. This wasn't a knockout. A knockout is if he would have stayed down. You see Tyson Fury getting up. It wasn't like people act like he was down in round 10 and then the referee counted to 15 and then Tyson Fury got up. Tyson Fury was getting up. As soon as he hit to round 7, he started getting up, and by round 9 he was up. So enough of these excuses. It's just absolutely pathetic that Deontay Wilder fans would come up with any excuse just to try and discredit Tyson Fury's outstanding performance against Deontay Wilder, because they feel embarrassed that a guy could come off a 3-year layoff and still give supposedly the number 1 heavyweight Deontay Wilder a boxing lesson. So they just want to erase that and be like, oh yeah, he actually knocked him down. It's kind of like when Deontay Wilder fought Arthur Spilka. Arthur Spilka was giving Deontay Wilder a boxing lesson, an absolute schooling. And Deontay Wilder ends up knocking out Arthur Spilka, and Deontay Wilder fans want to act like that never happened. They just talk about the knockout. Oh, but you see how he almost killed Arthur Spilka. But they don't want to talk about the fact that he was getting schooled against Arthur Spilka. They want to just completely, turn a blind eye to that. Oh no, I'm not going to focus on the fact that he was getting his, he was receiving a boxing lesson. I'm just going to focus on the fact that he knocked out Arthur Spilka. They're trying to do the same. They're trying to play the same scenario with this. Oh yeah, realistically, he should have won because the referee almost made it to 10 before Tyson Fury got up, and they just want to turn a blind eye to the fact that Tyson Fury was giving Deontay Wilder a boxing lesson because it's an embarrassing. They don't like that everyone is saying that Deontay Wilder got a gift decision against Tyson Fury because they know it was the truth and they know Tyson Fury schooled him. The reality is Tyson Fury showed a lot of heart when he got up, and he got up before the count of 10. So this wasn't no, long count or whatever. He got up and he finished the fight. Get over it. Bam.